about citizen engagement, which of course is also an integral part of, will I call it, state building right now. Let's take a listen to what a senator said, particularly as regards Nigeria's young generation. Take a listen to what she said.
Nigerian youths, they are complacent, they are quiet, all they do is grumble. We need to have constructive interaction. Do you understand? All I hear is grumblings and insults. That's not helpful. Do you understand? You guys, the country belongs to the youth. They should own it. Instead of a proper, what's the word, program or agenda, they will threaten a strike that of course everybody knows they're not going to go on. How does that achieve anything? But as he said, Nigeria is in Mayday. I agree. Advice is to Nigerian youth. Advice to Nigerian people. This is your country. Own it. You have another country. I don't have another country. So we have to make it work. We have to do whatever is necessary to reclaim our country, whatever is necessary to make sure that this country works for everybody.
Senator Ireti Kingibe there saying that Nigerians should own it when it comes to governance and being involved in their country. I'm going to put it to you. Based on what you said, do you think as citizens we are doing enough to hold our leaders to account?
First and foremost, let me say that that senator is disconnected even from the people that she herself is leading. I affirm when she said, all I hear. So thank God that she can hear something. All I hear is murmuring and people whispering. They don't have constructive criticism. If I want to put it before her, how many stakeholders engagement has she put before our constituency people to have the youth come talk? We have intelligent people among the youth. Look at how constructive they did it. They will always come and say we want to protest because the leaders are not giving them the listening ear, and they feel that they want to, use the energy to get the attention of the government. For all to be saying that they are complacent, they don't have constructive, is a complete disconnect that we're talking of about our leaders and the younger ones and even the citizens themselves. Because if you have stakeholders engagement continuously, possibly every 2 months or every quarter with your people, you have the feeling that the youths are actually glowing. How many engagement or projects is she doing to develop the younger youth even in our constituency? This is the same thing you'll be hearing. It is not about you picking selected few that you feel can defend you when there are issues. To say, no, she's working. What about schools that are to be built? What about roads? That we do hear about constituency projects. How many of it? It shocks me to hear that a constituency, a senator will be telling you that he's building a tank of water for people to be taken from. When what you should do is to see how we revamp the water corporation in states to channel water to everybody's home, as against you just going to a place and saying you're building water center.
So, we understand that our politicians don't take us seriously. We understand that they know that when issues arise, they will sit down, watch us protest quietly, and they will shrug us off. That's why Akpabio, remember when he said that when you're protesting, I will be there enjoying myself. That's the disconnect that our politicians have. Now imagine that you have a senator like Ireti Kingibe, whom Nigerians came out overwhelmingly to vote for. Even when she had issues with wike, Nigerians still fought for her. That's the same senator who's so disconnected from our own people, says that we complain, we're complacent. All we do is grumble. We don't have constructive interaction. How would you have constructive interaction with politicians who are never visible anywhere? Are we going to have a constructive interaction with the president who went to France when people are dying? Or an Ireti Kingibe who has not had a town hall meeting with our constituents or our constituency to say, come and discuss your issues with me. After all, the Constitution makes provision for that you're meant to have meetings with your people. Go and have town halls. Ask them what they're facing. Ask them what the difficulties they're facing so that you can defend them. Like when wike is destroying their properties, you go have conversations with them. This lady has not done that. But yet, she says we are complacent. The same Nigerians who are voicing out every day about the corruption in our system. She says all we do is have to grumble, we're complacent. It means that we'll feel unconcerned. We just, like we're cruising. Let us know what you think about what she said. But if you're meeting this content for the first time, like, share, and subscribe, and watch this to the end. And also, if you've been following us and you've not subscribed, please do so. Now, how do you have constructive conversation with a senator whom you can't even see, who has not told her people, our constituency, to say, hey, the people of Abuja, I'm your representative. Can we have a meeting every 2 months so we can have conversations about what is going on, how I'm representing you people in Abuja as your senator? Can we have that kind of conversation? The answer is no. Let me ask all of you. How many of you, since you elected or supposedly elected your senators from your different constituencies, how many times have they come to meet you to say, what are you going through? Have you got good roads, pipe-borne water, electricity? How was your security in your place? How many of them have said anything to you? They get elected, they go to Abuja, they never see your face anymore until election comes back again 4 years. And then this senator, Ireti Kingibe, tells Nigerians we are complacent. And she says to us that all we do is complain and talk, we don't make constructive conversation. That's why I say to you, our politicians don't take us seriously. They don't take us seriously, number one, because they know they can rig the elections. They don't take us seriously because they know that when election comes, they will tell you you're an Igbo man, you're an Edo man, you're a Yoruba man, you're an Hausa man, so you're different. So the Hausa man is the enemy to the Yoruba man. The Muslim man is the enemy to the Christian man. And that way they divide us around ethnicity, tribe, and religion. So they're confident because they know how to play the cards and they use us to fight against each other. So at what point are we going to wake up and wise up? She said, this is our own country, let us own it. And this is what we're doing. We're calling out government officials. We're looking at their policies. For example, I am particularly looking at Bola Tinubu's policies. And I'm asking, when I look at your policies, what have you done? That's why I say, for me, Bola Tinubu cannot fix Nigeria because his policies are not good enough. They come and tell us that their policies are yielding results, but they're not because we're not feeling them. The ordinary man on the street is not feeling it. So what do? You speak up. We know that when we criticize the government, they clamp down on us. That's what they use the cybersecurity law for. When you say the government is not working the way they should work, for example, see the way they kidnapped Very Dark Man. A normal country wouldn't do that. But their own claim is that they sent him invite to his known address. How do you send invite to his unknown address? How do you know that's where he lives? And that's the way you have to bundle him up and risk him away. Is that the same thing you did with Dele Farrow to me? And then Ireti Kingibe had the effort to say we're complacent. The same person Nigerians spoke up on our behalf when Wike tried to bully her. So she's so disconnected from the realities on ground. And you see, the thing is, this money they pay them, it gets to their brains so much. That's why they're so complacent themselves. We're saying that what our leaders are doing is what they're projecting on us. This is projection, really. The people that are complacent are the ones telling us that we are complacent because we're not doing enough to force are we meant to force our leaders to do the right thing? But again, it comes down to this corruption. Because they will rig election to go into power. She said we have to do whatever it takes. This is whatever it takes. Whatever it takes is mobilizing Nigerians, is sensitizing Nigerians to say, don't sell your vote. Don't rig elections for these guys. Don't say because I belong to this political party. The allegiances shift. Yesterday, Delta State belonged to PDP. Today, it's now an APC party. Yesterday, the bulk of people in Edo State were part of PDP. Today is now APC. So your allegiances shift just the way the money shifts. And you say it's your turn. You tend to ruin Nigeria, and when Nigerians speak up and you try to clamp down on them. So I'm trying to say this. For a country where our schools are not working, our roads are not working, our hospitals are not working, there's no pipe-borne water going into our homes, electricity is nowhere, where the president is budgeting 10 billion to do solar panels for the Aso Villa. Can you see the disconnect? Technically, they're telling us that you're on your own. We're going to sort ourselves out with the national wealth. Fix yourself up. They can't fix electricity. Quickly, they went to do solar panel to sort themselves out. And these same people are the ones who will take their children to go and live abroad. And they keep stealing and pillaging our country. And then Ireti Kingibe tells Nigerians, you're not serious enough. You grumble too much, you complain too much, you protest, and we won't take you seriously. So we've come past protesting. This time 2027, we're talking about replacing this government. We're talking about replacing people like Ireti Kingibe, who are so disconnected from the realities on ground. Listen, don't fall for tribe and tribalistic politics. Don't fall for religious politics. Don't fall for ethnic politics. They will do you no good. The last person you voted for, because it was from your tribe, has it made your life better? For all of you who said TINUBU was is the son of the Yoruba land, are you not suffering with everybody else because you voted for him based on his ethnicity? For all of you who helped to rig election, look at that man, that Professor Orban, I don't know what his name is anymore. Is he not in jail today for trying to rig election for Akpabio, who's cruising right now and, going around the world? But you tried to rig election for him and steal election for him. Can you see how we stupidly help people steal and we suffer for it? We suffer the consequences why they get away with the crime. That's why I'm telling you. Stop stealing election for people. Do you know how many people have died just because they're trying to steal ballot paper for politicians? Why put yourself in such dilemma? The people who put you in that same system is the ones you are trying to help. This is called Stockholm Syndrome. What is called Nigerians kind of Stockholm Syndrome or Nigerian Syndrome. Stop helping your oppressors stay in power. Let us galvanize ourselves together. Make sure our voices are loud enough. This is the reason why that very dark man was actually whisked away. To intimidate him, to keep him quiet. I will talk about that another day. I will give my opinion at length anyway, but this is the idea. Whisk him away. He's one of the biggest voices in Nigeria. Whisk him away. Shut him up. And then we can go after the smaller fishes. They've got nothing against him. That's why we're telling all of you, speak up. Share this content with others. Subscribe. Be part of the dialogue. It's one step at a time. Each one reach one until we reach everybody. That's what we're doing. That's the mantra here. Let us don't keep getting fooled by these guys, by our politicians. They don't care for Nigerians. They don't care for us. They don't care for you. Why take them seriously? Why take them seriously? It's high time we start making sure that these politicians who think they will come back every 4 years to steal election again don't get the way. Because they're so used to that system, they can read us like a pack of cards. So they know that come 2027, we'll give you 500,000 to split amongst yourself. And then after that, you'll vote for us. We'll give you 20,000 to buy your vote. We'll give you 500,000 to go and help us destroy the ballot boxes so that INEC can write the result for us and we can go back. And then we can go back and steal 20 billion from the 20,000 we gave you. Can you see the political mathematics they do with us? We got to speak up. We got to stand up together, band ourselves together as a team, and don't let them divide us anymore. They're not listening to us, and there's nothing we can do for them to hear us. If TINUBU cannot hear us when we're dying, people were dying in Borno State. Even Akpabio could not even speak up. What do you think that they will do when we speak to them? Ignore us. They already told us, protest, and we will be there enjoying. So again, this is part of the sensitization campaign. Make sure you're part of it. If you're meeting this content for the first time, like, share, and subscribe. And if you've been following us and you've not done so, please subscribe and recommend this channel to others. We make sure we sensitize a whole lot of people before 2027. I will catch you up in the next video. As always, God bless you. Bye-bye for now.